Well, we're back again with yet another no fluff analysis, and this time I'm going to be talking about the 3 new mana spirals added to our light units on the 3rd of September 2020 UTC. Let's get straight to it with the first one, the 5-star light wand Lucretia. Lucretia's first skill, Empowering Triplet, used to deal 966% and give 1 team-wide energy level. After the spiral, it now deals 1866%, grants 2 team-wide energy, and when energized it has an AoE increase as well as granting a team-wide 10% crit buff for 30 seconds. Her second skill has gone from granting herself 10% strength for 10 seconds and 2 energy to 15% strength for 15 seconds and 3 energy. Her first ability has gone from granting her 20% energized strength to 25%. Curse Resist has become Potent Curse Resist, and 30% Broken Punisher has gone to 35%. So overall it's mostly small increments to numbers, with energy levels going from 1 to 2 and 2 to 3 is about as much as you can do since the values are so low to begin with. Lucretia's damage mods almost doubling is a good help to her personal DPS, but they were lackluster before. But still, with the recent introduction of Flaw, I feel like Lucretia has gained a lot of hidden power. While she performed extremely poorly on the simulator, it also doesn't help that team energy simply adds a small amount of flat damage to her on the sim after reaching 5 stacks. Her inherent Thor synergy from her energized strength ability, as well as being able to top up her team's energy after skills, acts as a pseudo team-wide strength buff. With Thor, it shouldn't be too unlikely for her to be able to use her energized S1 at least every other cast, as well as maintaining the 10% critical rate buff for her team. Luca's popularity for the expert Tartarus by in light compositions could also lead to Lucretia being favoured as a support for Luca and his crit favouring kit. But we'll have to see how the meta shakes out over the next few days, as well as see what happens with the incoming rebalance. At the very least, don't expect her to climb very much on the sim, as the sim does not treat team energy favourably. The second unit seeing a spiral is the 4-star light bow from the story, Sarisse's brother, also known as Luca. His first skill dealt 771% and inflicted paralysis with damage ticks of 88.3%. Post-spiral it now deals 1121% and the paralysis ticks tick for 97%. His second skill went from dealing 777% to 1173% and also gained a Dispel, while dealing 1524.9% versus paralyzed enemies. His ability went from full hit points granting plus 13% strength to 15% strength and 60% paralyzing edge at full hit points. His 50% curse resist went to potent curse resist, and his 25% poison resist has now become 100% poison resist. So Luca has seen a roughly 50% potency boost to his S1 and his S2 practically doubling, seeing as how prevalent paralysis is in the light roster. His paralyzing edge should help him to maintain paralysis on an enemy even as their resistance builds over a fight, and his dual resistances makes him an easy unit to fit into Tartarus compositions. I don't think his spiral will cause him to climb up in the rankings in the simulator a huge amount, nor will he become one of the top light units, but I think it'll allow Luca to function as a budget unit to enter endgame fights with. Finally, the last unit is the 3-star light staff, Estelle. Pre-spiral, her S1 healed 279% to the team member most in need. It's now gained a plus 15% hit point buff for the rest of the quest, post-spiral. Her S2 has now gone from a team-wide 36% heal and 29% regen, to a 44% heal and 35% regen, so healing just under 20% more. Her first ability, 30% Force Strike damage, has now become the Loving Hand, granting 40% Force Strike damage and 8% skill gauge fill rate. Guardian's Grace, her regen heal, is now prepped when her hit points fall to 30% or below, with a 60-second cooldown on the effect. 50% Curse Resist has now become 50% Potent Curse Resist, and her 25% Sleep Resist has now become 50% Curse Resist. Overall, Estelle has gained an HP buff and some more healing. I'm not entirely sure how to evaluate this. I don't think this suddenly enables any auto compositions for Expert Tartarus, and auto High Zodiac and Standard Tartarus aren't really posing any huge issues that Estelle's Spiral would solve. If Estelle had suddenly gained some way of dispelling debuffs from her team, then it'd be an entirely different story, but otherwise I'm not seeing any huge changes to the way we play after this Spiral. Perhaps the most disappointing change is that Estelle post-Spiral essentially has two abilities, seeing as she has 50% Potent Curse Resist and 50% Curse Resist. While I'd be lying if I were to say that the 25% Sleep Resist actually came into use at all, I feel like there could have been potential to actually just change the 50% Curse Resist into 100% Potent Curse Resist and the Sleep Resist into something potentially useful, like for example the Dispel I mentioned earlier. But alas, that is not the case, but to be fair, we don't really want to be expecting too much from 3-star spirals anyway, ignoring Vice. Vice Spiral is a bit of a mess, but we'll not talk about that. Anyway, that about covers my opinions on the new spirals. Let me know if you guys are going to plan on spiraling any of them. Personally, if I had the resources, I'd really like to spiral Lucretia and see how she functions as a support, but otherwise, I'm short of Champion's Testaments, and I feel like most of us are anyway, with all the new units and spirals coming out. Thank you guys very much for watching until the end. Take it easy, stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.